Welcome to Studio 7, everybody. Happy Tuesday. I'm Mercedes.
Autumn.
I said we were going to switch
I
up
didn't
one of these
see that
days.
there.
I said we were going to switch up one of these
She's
days.
like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm Matt. Yeah. It always goes chronological. I feel like we should switch it up a little bit every once in a while.
Yeah. I agree. Spice it up.
See, I come back and I
Kept
just
me on my
start.
toes.
I come back and I'm
Gotta
just
pay
start.
attention.
I'm start
Right.
sending out orders to you guys. I come back right for like my only episode of the week, and I'm like, do this, do this, do this.
I love it. Well, I'm sure everybody's happy to see you.
I don't know about that.
I'm sure. You have
We're
some fans
happy
on
to see
here.
you.
I'm sure I appreciate that you guys are happy to see me. I don't know
Yeah.
if they're happy to see me on there, but that's fine. It's okay.
Yeah, I think they
It's
are.
a busy week, and we're here today, so it's a win.
Yep. Oh, move
That
on.
is the case.
I was gonna say that looks like
That's
that
a
looks
lot
like,
of
water.
That looks like you're camping, and you're like you've got the water for the day. How many ounces is that thing?
That's half. Is that a liter?
I don't know. I
It
don't
looks
know.
like a gallon.
It
Yeah,
looks
it's a
like
gallon. My bad. It's a gallon.
That
It's a
looks
You
gallon.
like
drink a gallon
to
of
me.
water a day.
I drink 2 of them.
2 gallons of
Yeah.
water
Yep.
every day.
Yep. With the meds that I'm on, I have to. I
Yeah.
have to stay
Keep it
hydrated.
flushed.
That's
And that's still not enough.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're drinking water basically the
All
entire
day.
I had one of those days today where I was so busy I didn't drink water until like 1 o'clock.
Oof.
That's a problem.
You
That's
need
not
to
good.
move to Aruba because the amount of water you drink and you never have to go to the bathroom
What?
Yeah?
because it's
That's scary.
so hot.
Oh,
and
okay.
so
that
dry
makes sense. That
Oh,
makes sense.
really?
That yeah.
It just right.
Yep.
Yeah. It makes
Yeah.
sense.
So
I mean,
everybody's
might be
saying hello.
TMI, but
Yeah. Whatever.
So Lori Ann says you'll like this. Good afternoon, Mercedes. Autumn and the pickle in the middle.
I'm the pickle. That's fine.
Nice.
That's fine. Whatever. I'm cool with that.
So hello, everyone. See, Connie says welcome back, Matt.
Thank you.
Debbie
That's
says
what
hi, Matt.
that's what WB means. Welcome
Welcome
back.
back.
I didn't know.
oh, I wouldn't have thought that either.
I wouldn't have either.
Yeah,
How
welcome
did-
back.
All right, well, thanks, guys.
See, look at that. The
Appreciate it.
dynamic trio.
Oh, thank you.
we are
Linda.
dynamic
That's
when it's
very-
all three of
That's
us.
very kind of you, Linda.
See, you have fans. I told you you
I'll
had
be
fans.
around more whenever the season ends, and I
Yes.
hope that's not anytime soon.
Yeah.
I hope
Correct.
that I'm
we
not
won't
around.
take offense to
I was
that.
going to say,
Correct.
I hope that I'm still
Correct.
very scarce for the next month or so. The Super Bowl is less than a month away. February 9th is the day
Woo!
of the Super Bowl.
So give
Gotta
us
get there though.
give us what you think is going to
that
happen.
would be bizarre.
What would?
What?
Going to the Super Bowl again.
What do you mean? Going
Like-
like again?
Well, way back
Yeah,
when,
yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah.
I
I
it just
understand.
seems bizarre.
It would be bizarre. It changes the entire outlook of the winter because for so many people, I've said on this podcast before, January, February, and March aren't great months. They're
Correct.
not ideal. If the Bills go an extra 2 weeks or 3 weeks than they normally go, all of a sudden you're into the middle of February.
Yeah,
then
yeah,
if they
yeah.
win, you're talking about a parade. You're halfway through February. You're at Valentine's Day before you have like fully realized that winter has started, and then you're almost done with it. So
Yeah.
Do you? Let me tell you,
Mhm.
there have been 3 different times that I've had conversations with people
Uh-huh.
that have not planned certain parties
because of this,
because we
Yep.
don't know the
Yep.
schedule or what day
Uh-huh.
or different things that are going on, and
Yep.
I just think that is hilarious.
we have three coworkers who are going to Disney World next week,
Mhm.
and I asked them. They're going to Hollywood Studios on next Sunday, and I said, "What if the Bills win the AFC Championship?" They're like, "Well, we have our tickets. We got to go to Hollywood Studios." Like, if that was me, now obviously I do what I do.
Mhm.
I can't miss any game, but like that game, I don't even think I would go to Florida. I don't think I would want to watch it away from
Not
home.
even go. Yeah,
Yeah,
I wouldn't,
yeah.
I wouldn't mind being somewhere else. Being able to watch it somewhere would be great. So my sister-in-law's birthday is in the middle of next week.
Yeah.
And we were coming up with a time and day for everybody to get together. And she
Mhm.
loves the Bills. So we're like, okay, well, we'll get together on Sunday.
Mhm.
And her husband goes, well, let's try to make it early because it's Sunday and
Mhm,
got to get ready. He goes, but if we beat the Ravens, we
Yeah.
could be, in the
Yeah.
next game. So let's
Yeah.
do a later dinner. So
Mhm.
now we're doing a later dinner in hopes that we'll be watching a game with it.
Yeah.
And that's only one example.
Yeah.
of
No, a lot of my
several.
friends, as soon as that
that-
schedule comes out,
Mhm.
if I ask them to do anything,
Uh-huh.
they're like, "Don't even think about it."
One of the funnest days of the year is funnest a word? Is it most
Sure.
fun or funnest? Alyssa, is
I don't
funnest
think
a word?
funnest is a word.
One of the most fun days of the year for me is schedule release day for the NFL. It's in May, but
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy it so much because it kind of dictates 4 or 5 months of my life and gives me a little bit of a roadmap of how things are going to piece together.
Yeah.
Because you already know who they're playing and you already know where they're playing. You just don't know when it's going to be. So I like kind of piecing the clues together and getting a roadmap of like, okay, here's what it's going to look like. And admittedly, the last couple days have been very anxiety provoking and nerve wracking because so much of your life is dependent on what happens in the football game.
Yeah, yeah.
And you obviously have no control over that. So going to the stadium on Sunday, you're sitting there and you're thinking to myself, okay, I'm driving to the stadium. Am I going to work tomorrow? Am I going to be back out here if their season's done? Am I doing this? Am I doing this? Because it's all dictated by what happens. If they win, now all of a sudden next week you're flying to Kansas City. You're in Kansas City for 4 days. You're getting ready for all of that. If they win that, then all of a sudden you're getting ready to go to New Orleans and you're in New Orleans for a week.
Yeah.
And these are very exciting things.
Yeah.
But they're stressful when you are trying to also piece together your life.
Correct.
Because you're
Correct.
figuring
Correct.
out
Correct.
what am I doing with my child that I am
Yeah.
now responsible for? What am I
Yeah,
doing with
yeah,
my
yeah.
wife? Like, how are we going to handle this? And it's hard because then people are asking you for your time or whatever. And it's like, it's bad, but I close off so much of my time. What did he say?
Oh, here we go. So, hey,
Who?
Autumn, longtime viewer, big time fan. Heard there was snow in your forecast for Sunday, so I was wondering if Matt Bove was going to do a snow angel after the game if the Bills win.
Hard to do from the press box,
Yeah,
right, Matt
I was gonna
Bove?
say it's gonna be 70. It's gonna be 70 degrees and sunny in the press box. I don't know what that Dom guy is
He
talking
he
about.
just brings Grand Island to the
yes,
press box.
yes.
No, I mean, it's going to be cold. It's going to be a little bit more of a chill than, this past Sunday. This Sunday was like an ideal
Yeah,
January football day.
Is it
in
gonna snow
Buffalo.
like a lot? Or is it just really cold?
I don't really know how much
That's
snow
fair.
is going to
I'm
happen
asking
that
you
day.
early. I'm asking you early.
Although it's going to be cold and there will be snow showers.
Mhm.
How it doesn't, there's not a big storm coming through or anything
Sure.
like that. It's just cold.
What
and
I
some
said,
snow.
for the record, was that Dom told me he wanted me to do a snow angel. I said, absolutely not. And then he was like, well, when will you do a snow angel? And I said, I will do a snow angel if the Bills win the Super Bowl. I said that.
Okay,
leading
you
the
hear that,
charge.
Dom?
So if the Bills win the Super Bowl, I will do a snow angel. Oh, we're getting told to wrap. We got to
Yes.
wrap.
Oh.
We'll be right back. Sorry. You want to see something funny?
Yeah.
So yesterday, Joe B, so he was on leading the charge, and he was like, hey, the weather's bad where I live. Like, I've had a snow blow a couple times. I would imagine it's bad by where you are, right?
Yeah, probably got 8 inches or
Okay,
something.
8 inches. This is the picture I sent him when I got home. This is, can I
Of
show
course
you?
you'd be bragging.
That is my driveway. If you can see on the one shot here,
Of course you'd brag
like
about
just
that.
bare pavement on Grand Island. I was like, you had 8 inches of snow. I was like, I just had bare pavement of my driveway when I got home, so nothing. Didn't have to snow.
I
blow,
love
didn't
how
have
you're
to
not
shovel.
ashamed to brag about it either.
Oh,
Like,
no,
oh, you guys, oh, you can't get out of your driveway?
yeah.
Let me
I'll-
send you a picture of this.
Crazy. You can't get out of your driveway. You should move to Grand Island, where every day is a vacation.
So Peter says, I hope Matt has a good travel agent.
You know who Matt's travel agent is, Peter?
Himself.
Matt. So I don't have a good travel agent. It's nice sometimes, but it's also a lot sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. Thank you, Matthew. You're welcome, Dom.
Yeah. So if the Bills win the Super Bowl, you will do a snow angel.
Sure. Yeah, I'll do a snow angel. I feel like the odds are in
It
my
can
favor.
happen.
The odds are in my favor.
But
yeah.
but would you be at the game then?
Yeah, I would have to wait till get
And
back.
that's New Orleans, right?
That was in New Orleans because that's not a place where you could have a little bit of fun and have some beverages.
Well, Peter said something cute though. Your daughter should do a snow angel if the Bills win. She'd probably
we
like
could
that,
both
right?
do a snow angel
Yeah.
if the
Yeah.
Bills win. Everybody in Buffalo will be doing snow.
Oh my gosh.
I'll be doing a
Yeah.
lot more than snow angels.
Oh
if the
my
Bills win the Super Bowl. A lot more.
No one will remember doing snow angel
No.
at that parade.
But like we're in that point now where you're starting to plan, and people are superstitious and
Thinking
you
about
can't
it,
plan,
yeah.
but you have to play. It is
Yeah.
What can-
such
what
a
can
heavy.
you
It
do?
is such a heavy lift, and like it is a legitimate thing of okay, well. You've got people in New Orleans covering the game, but you also the party is back here. Like the bigger party is back here. If they win, the streets of Western New York that night,
It's game over. Just don't come out for the next 2 days.
I don't even know what it would be
yeah,
like.
so my cousin, he always hosts a Super Bowl party.
Hmm.
And I started to think, I'm like, should I ask him if they're in it? He's probably going to try to go. So he
You think
wouldn't.
so?
I would think he'd probably try to
Mhm.
go.
Yeah. Is there a new?
Is that a new drink, Snow Angels?
No, it's not. No.
They'll make one real quick, I would think.
Yeah.
The if the Bills played in the Super Bowl and I wasn't doing this job, I would watch the game by myself.
Really?
Absolutely.
Why?
I would want to watch the game. I would not want to be around people. Just it doesn't matter who. I just could not be around people.
Mm.
Maybe the exception would have been my dad. Maybe, but
Nah,
even
he'll
that.
be with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, sure, but like
That's for sure.
that's very sweet. But like, I couldn't watch it with somebody.
Yeah.
It would drive me crazy.
I need somebody to cook for.
I
need
will
somebody to cook
probably
for.
clean my house.
Yeah,
Because
right?
I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I can't take this.
Welcome back to Studio 7. So we're talking about what would happen if the Bills went to the Super Bowl or
Yeah.
won the Super Bowl. And you said you'd watch the game by yourself.
If I wasn't there, if I wasn't working,
Yes.
let's say in 10 years I've retired or whatever. I'm way too young to retire. But if in 10 years I'm not doing this job and I was sitting and the Bills were in the Super Bowl, I could not be at a sports bar. I could not be with friends and family. I would not want to be around other people because I am very particular. I would want to be sitting in front of a television by myself. I don't think I would want to be there either. If it was the Bills' first Super Bowl, then that changes things.
Mm-hmm,
But if I had been to one or whatever, I would just want to be locked in with my thoughts
Yeah.
by myself.
Yeah. I think we opened a can of worms with the Snow Angels because people are saying
Wouldn't
you
do
could do
that.
the table.
Wouldn't do,
Table flop.
wouldn't do the table thing. Wouldn't do
No.
the table thing, but I would do a snow angel. I mean, if
I don't think I'd be like, Matt, please don't do that.
a
I mean, you
couple
could just get hurt. in
a
so many
couple glasses of cab and I could do anything. I'm doing that.
Some wine.
You guys know that dry January thing?
Yes,
I'm
I've
doing
heard
that.
of it.
I'm doing that.
Are you?
I
Okay.
haven't had a drink since
I would love to know if anyone that's watching, if you've ever done the dry January. So it's just no
I don't
alcoholic beverage.
I don't drink a lot. So to
Mm.
me it's not a heavy lift. I say this like, "Oh, you're doing dry January."
Mm.
I would say most months I probably have 3 or 4 drinks for the entire month and it's usually when I'm traveling, if you're
Mhm.
out to dinner or something.
Mhm.
If the Bills win the Super Bowl, the minute our coverage is done, I will I
Where's
my-
Matt?
my
Where did Matt go?
my dry spell will also be done.
Well, it'll be in February, so you should be
Well,
good
no,
by
but
then.
I'll wait. I'll wait till that point if that's what they are, because I want to be locked in that week. So I mean, we would be out
Oh,
there.
for
Pretty,
sure.
We would be out there pretty early. I mean,
Yeah.
it's New Orleans. You can find a lot of places to have a good time in New Orleans. I would maintain a very even keel level until the game was done.
Oh, they're having fun now. Cheryl said, Matt, when the Buffalo Bills win the Super Bowl, I dare you to eat the spiciest buffalo wings there are.
That doesn't sound bad to me. Spicy food doesn't scare me. I don't know
Mm.
why. I mean, spicy food stinks. Like I enjoy spicy food.
Mm.
Like spicy food for the sake of being spicy. When I was in college, I had to take a class called Multicultural Foods. That was when I went to Buff State, and one of the recipes they had ghost chili extract.
I'm
and I-
not doing that.
And I did it.
I'm
and
not doing that.
oh my goodness, it
I'm not
was.
doing that.
You know what actually made it better? So obviously everybody talks about milk. How you need to drink milk.
Mhm.
Chicken noodle soup. Chicken noodle soup.
Okay, where do you even learn that?
Well,
Like you,
you
just
don't-
grab something that's close to you,
You
and
don't
go, "Oh,
until
this
you're in that
helps."
situation. The professor was like, "Try some soup," because a bunch of people tried it, the ghost chili extract, to see how hot it was. And I don't know, maybe it's like a way of tricking your mind or something, but it helped a little bit.
I just want to know who, like, was there soup around for somebody? And they said,
Well, it was a cooking class, so like there was. food
Oh,
and
okay. So
stuff.
there's
Like,
probably something.
we
in
were
it
in
that
like
helps.
a
Okay.
massive kitchen. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So it was easy to find like a can of soup, warm it up, and just like start drinking it or whatever it was. Yeah, that was a long time ago though.
Oh gosh. So what are your
Yeah, no, thank
predictions?
you.
For the Super Bowl
Yeah,
or for
for us getting there.
Well, let's
the
see.
road to.
Okay, so we're going up against the Ravens.
yes,
And I hear, we played them in week 4, correct?
and they got smacked.
And we're like
We're
The Bills did.
two
Yeah, they're pretty
totally
good.
different teams.
Yes, yes.
So who did we lose against? The Ravens?
The Ravens. Let's see if you guys can get it. There's three.
That's
four.
all- that's
Four.
all I
They
know.
lost to 4 teams this year.
Well,
one
and
of
the Patriots.
which was the Patriots the last week of the year.
Right.
The Ravens. They
Ravens?
lost the next
Miami?
game after the Ravens. No. Stephon Diggs' new team.
Oh,
Houston.
Houston.
Yeah.
Yep. And then they lost to the Los Angeles Rams.
The Rams.
Yep.
Okay.
So they lost to 3 teams this year. The
And
Ravens.
the Rams just won, right?
Rams won last night on
Okay.
Channel 7. Hope you were
Yeah.
watching. Ravens, Texans, and then Rams are the 3 teams they really lost to. And then the last game of the year, they sat everybody and lost to the Patriots. So the 3 real losses were all against teams that are still currently in the playoffs, actually.
And we could potentially play them.
Well, the Bills could play, if they beat the Ravens,
Mm-hmm.
they will play one of 2 teams. They will play the Chiefs in Kansas City or the Texans in Buffalo. Those are the only outcomes. If the Bills win Sunday, it's either in Kansas City or it's in Buffalo. And we will know the outcome before because the Chiefs and Texans play on Channel 7 on Sunday night.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So that game will determine if the Bills or Ravens win, where the next game will be.
It would be great if it was here because Texas,
Yeah, it would be
bring
great.
Texas to Buffalo.
It would also
like,
mean
Yeah, yeah,
it would
yeah.
also
it's
mean
gonna be cold.
it would also mean you're not playing against the Chiefs. So
Right.
that has been the team that has been kind
But
of
we just won against the Chiefs, but we lost against the Texans.
Mhm.
and the Ravens.
And the Ravens.
Yes, yes. Well, the Bills have for the last 3 or 4 years beaten the Chiefs in the regular season and then lost to them in the playoffs
Yeah.
every single year. So this is the round, not to be the bearer of bad news. This is the round the Bills have lost in for 3 consecutive years. Maybe 4 consecutive years.
Dee thinks Ravens and Lions are going to the Super Bowl.
Ravens and Lions going to the Super Bowl. I mean, yeah, it's not a crazy take. I mean, those would probably be the 2 betting favorites. The Bills lost to the Chiefs the 13th second year in the divisional round. Then they lost the next year to the Bengals at home. Then they lost last year to the Chiefs, and then this year. So this is the 4th straight
see.
year the Bills have been in the divisional round, and they've lost the previous 3. So this is the hump they need to get over, and this is not an
And we
easy-
will.
I like the mindset. This
We
is
will.
this is a crazy.
We
They're
will.
peaking at the right time.
You want to
Yeah.
peek? You want to peek at the
Yeah.
right time?
Yeah, yeah,
This is
yeah.
a crazy stat. So the Bills have played in 18 home playoff games in the history of their franchise since 1970. They have had 18 playoff games at home.
Mm-hmm.
They have been favored in every single game until Sunday.
Ugh.
On Sunday, they are a 1-point underdog now to the Ravens. So the
Really?
Ravens are expected
Well, I like
by
that.
Vegas, but I think that's good for the Bills.
I like
I
that.
think they're a better team when they've got a little bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think the results from earlier in the year, combined with them being a little bit of an underdog, will go a long way. They have always thrived in that role. What does this say?
I'll be sure to wear my special Sabres outfit for this game.
Well, the Sabres, man. That's a whole different conversation. That's a whole different conversation right now.
If they can help the Bills win, all right. Wear
Although-
that outfit.
Although we had a little hot streak on the set at the end of the 6 o'clock news. Autumn, Russo, Leah, and I, for like 3 games in a row, said, "Hey, maybe this is the night the Sabres win," and they did 3 straight times, and they've only won like 14. So 3 out of 14 is pretty good. So we might collectively be the good luck charms
Listen,
here.
Vegas.
Yeah, if you want to know who's
We
going to
got
win,
some
just
odds.
ask the Channel 7 news crew, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, we got to
Jeez.
do another quick break. We'll be right back. So that is, when I was telling you guys earlier why my day has been it's been so busy because of like travel stuff. It's like trying to figure out how we're doing this, what are we doing, when we're doing it, booking flights.
Yeah,
all
yeah,
these
because you have
different
to try
things.
to.
So we'll we have so much work to do. We've met about all of these plans like 3 times already, and we're not even close to being done. So we're gonna have to do that again, which is totally fine. It's totally fine, but it's a lot at once,
Yeah,
which is okay. It's a good problem to have.
it is.
It's not a problem. It's not a problem.
Yeah.
This is exactly what that's the other thing too. When you start something so long ago, like you start covering the Bills, July 24th was their first day of training camp this year.
Mm-hmm.
When you put in that much time and effort and you see something through, you kind of get used to the routine, you get used to the structure, and you want to see how it plays out. And
Yeah.
then knowing that you drive to the stadium on Sunday, if they lose, season's done.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
start that in the middle of July, snap of the fingers, season's done. And then your schedule gets thrown all over the place. Who's that? Is that your new?
This is my nephew.
Oh, look
Aw.
at that with the little Josh Allen jersey. That's adorable.
It's a little knitted,
Yeah.
a little knit jersey that he's just such a peanut that he doesn't even fill. Into,
Yeah,
but
right.
It's
I'm going to
adorable.
watch the.
No, he said, I'm not going to watch. I'm nervous to watch the game Sunday night.
some
I
pe-
have to work, so
some
I don't
people-
know.
Oh, you got to work.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Well, the game is at 6:30. It'll be done at 9:30. I would say for the 11 o'clock. I mean, there could be a blizzard outside, but if they win, I don't know how much there'll be weather in the normal spot, but I mean that's what we were talking about too. Like if they go to the Super Bowl, like our coverage changes drastically.
Mhm.
There's no such thing as too much coverage. So we're talking about how many shows do you do? We have Leading the Charge now on Mondays and on Thursdays because of the playoffs. But if they win, it won't just be Monday and Thursday. It'll probably
No.
be Monday,
No, no,
Tuesday,
no, no,
Wednesday,
no.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and that's a lot of stuff to prepare for, which is fine.
Well, Dee going with Vegas. She said it's not in the cards for the Bills to win the bowl this year. Vegas has Ravens and the Lions.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean everything.
No.
The Bills have, of the 8 teams that are left, the 5th best Super Bowl odds. So that's not great. But the reason it's the 5th best is because this weekend they're playing the team with the 4th best. And then if they win, they would have to play the Chiefs next week, who has the 2nd best.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like just mathematically.
So who's the first best?
The Lions. The
Okay.
Lions.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
The Lions.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
their path is easier. Their
To win the Super Bowl?
their path to getting to the Super Bowl is
Mm.
easier because
Oh.
the NFC is not as strong as the AFC.
Mhm.
The conference the Bills play in, 3 of the 4 teams left are all very capable of winning the Super Bowl.
Right.
In the NFC, it's probably just 2 teams.
How many times did the Chiefs win the Super Bowl?
They have
like
won
the last
3 of the last 4.
Yeah.
Mhm.
As long as it's not them.
All right. Welcome back to Studio 7. Autumn was saying, as long as it's not who that wins the Super Bowl.
The Chiefs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, it would be great if we were there, but
Mhm. But
I
I'm
care
always
more about them not winning.
I'm always fascinated what Bills fans would prefer if
Mhm.
you this is interesting. This is a little inside the weeds. But if it was the Chiefs and the Ravens, if the Bills lose,
Mhm.
who do you root for? Why would you root for I understand you don't want the Chiefs to win again, but then another team winning it just kind of knocks you further down the peg of like the legitimate teams. Like, I don't know if Bills fans want Lamar Jackson to get a Super Bowl before Josh Allen. Patrick Mahomes already has them. So what difference does it make if he
Because
just
we
has
just don't
another
like
one?
them.
Well,
We
I
just,
think at that point you just don't.
You root
it's
for the
one of-
NFC. You root
well,
for the
no,
Eagles,
I
or you root
just-
for the Rams, or
Yeah,
the
I-
Lions.
I think watching the Super Bowl is just you're not really doing it to
the Super-
watch someone win.
The
You're
Super
just,
Bowl party aspect that you
there.
were talking about is
Yeah.
really interesting because I would imagine you have people on both sides of the spectrum. Some people will go all out for their Super Bowl plans because if the Bills get there.
Mhm.
Some people will completely dial it back because they want to be at home or they want to be with immediate family.
Mhm,
They want to
mhm.
like do their thing and watch the game the way they feel the most comfortable. I don't think I could watch a big sporting event with a ton of people.
See, I love it, but I love to entertain. as
Yeah.
well. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I would rather be talking and kind of look and then look away and
Mhm.
Not be
Yeah.
one at the TV.
That's why I would rather be alone.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk to anybody.
That's what I mean. It depends on
Yeah.
your level of, like your investment in it because a lot of people like that would drive they just want to watch the game.
Well, and a lot of people have TVs in different areas. You've
Mhm.
got the basement people,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
have
yeah,
TVs
yeah.
in the basement, and then you've got the living
a minute.
room or a playroom.
Yeah.
Like there's just TVs everywhere.
So that's a good question.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen family members where they watch like the same game in multiple rooms?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've never seen that. Mm-mm.
It-
I mean,
it-
unless
Or
there's little
there's
little
different
kids
games,
and, yeah.
I've had like Bluey on and one TV.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
Thanksgiving football on and
Mhm.
another TV.
I
in
mean,
another
growing
room.
up, if the Bills were doing something well and my mom wasn't in the room, she wouldn't come into the room.
Oh, I remember you. Yeah.
And if they were
yeah.
doing something poorly and she was in the room, then she would leave the room. To
Or
try
at my parents, they have a TV in the living room and a TV in the kitchen. And the kitchen one
Mhm.
is
remember you
almost
saying this.
10 seconds
Yeah.
prior to the one in the living room. So I like to kind of know.
A little-
Well,
I would. Oh, that
I
would
don't
be
mind. I don't mind
crazy.
hearing
Oh
like
my
Somebody's
God.
yelling in the other
yeah,
room.
I rather hear the yell. So then I watch. I'm like, oh, good, or oh no, or
That's
whatever.
what I wouldn't like that.
But-
I would not like that. Those
but-
10 seconds to me would be horrendous.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
We got any good comments?
Yeah. So some people, like Peter says, yes in his house.
Uh huh. How are people feeling? People confident this week? Let us know what you guys think about.
Well,
the game.
everybody is saying you got to have faith in
Crochet,
it.
that's
but
a good
she
idea.
crochets during
Yep,
the game.
yep.
Oh, it's like a way to like
Mhm.
get out like
Yep,
nervous
because
energy.
she's nervous. Yep.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense.
Yep. But we have a lot of folks just saying, hey, we are the Bills Mafia.
Uh huh.
We believe in their hometown. and
Yeah.
We believe they're going to go to the Super Bowl and bring home the win. So think positive thoughts.
So we will know on Saturday who is going between the other two teams in the AFC, whether it's the Chiefs or it's the Texans.
Oh,
If-
because they play Saturday,
play
and we
Saturday.
play Sunday.
If the Chiefs
Gotcha.
win, the game next weekend will be in Kansas
In
City,
Kansas
and it'll
City.
either be Baltimore or Buffalo going there. If the Texans win, then it will be in either Buffalo or Baltimore, whatever team wins here, because they're seeded.
Gotcha.
The Bills are the 2 seed, the Ravens are the 3 seed, the Texans are the 4 seed.
I've got it.
Yeah,
Yep.
so that would, you want to talk about scenes. If the Texans win on Saturday, and then all of a sudden this game is to host the AFC Championship,
Mm-hmm.
the place next week will be an absolute mad. I don't think that's going to happen. The Texans are a big underdog. Like, for perspective, the Chiefs are bigger favorites against the Texans than the Bills were against the Broncos. And the Bills were big
okay.
favorites against the Broncos, and the Bills beat the Broncos by a lot. It was
Well, you
31
never
to 7.
know.
But you never know.
You
That's why
never
that's
know.
why you play the game.
Yeah.
You never say never.
In Autumn, a couple people have asked again. Did you talk about the weather for Sunday because they're asking again?
Yeah, it's cold and there's probably going to be some snow. Not a ton of snow, but cold.
Your,
It's going to be in the single digit, like wind chills will be in the single digits.
Your forecast is going viral on Twitter, and I bet you didn't even realize that because
I
a
didn't,
Ravens
no.
blogger posted it with the screenshot of the game day forecast and was like, good luck stopping the Ravens in this. And it was like the cold weather because the Ravens are
Oh.
a big physical team. And it's like, imagine trying to pound somebody when it's 10 degrees outside
Yeah.
or whatever it is.
Well, that's the problem. Like we're both cold
Yes.
cities, so we don't have an advantage being cold.
No, this would be a much better game to have Miami here or a
Yeah.
California team or something like that. So,
So-
yeah, we'll see.
Before we go, people are saying always positive, confident, keep the faith, go Bills.
What about the weather like this week? Because it's kind of crummy. I don't think we asked you about that. How's it looking?
For the rest of this week,
Yeah.
there's lake effect south tonight. We'll have some minor snows during the day tomorrow, still cold, and then we've got a little warm up, we'll call it. We're in the mid 30s Friday
That's-
and Saturday.
Oh, but not Sunday. Oh.
Sunday is the downward slide to very cold into next week, where highs are like 10.
So next week will be
So.
very, very cold.
Yeah, Sunday is the slide down. We're only at like around 19, 18 degrees on Sunday, and then
Yeah.
we're closer to 10
Okay.
early next
But
week.
Matt will send us pictures of no snow
In Missouri, I'll send you a lot of pictures
from your house
Yeah,
when you're home.
from
You'll
Missouri.
send photos.
Yeah, well, let's get there. That would be very nice. I
Mhm.
would be leaving in the middle of the week, and I'm sure Missouri. It's not. I've been there now more than any other place because the Bills have played the Chiefs so much over the last 5 years that I have now been to Missouri a lot.
Do you like it?
I like it. It's fun. It's a cool city. It's a great stadium. It's a cool fan base. There's a lot of similarities to Buffalo. I would much rather be in Buffalo next week if the Bills were hosting the AFC Championship, but we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll
Yeah.
see. Well,
Oh.
guys, we have to go.
We have to go.
Thank you for watching Studio 7. Have
I'll
a good
see
day.
you guys in a month.
Oh.